Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to make a quick video on how I keep my hands warm sitting on the stand. Okay, one of the first hand warmers I bought was this one right here, FireCel. Electronic hand warmer. It'll also charge up your cell phone here if your battery runs low. It also had a red light, a white light, flashing red, flashing. I never understood why you need flashing lights. But anyways, you can turn it, push this button right here, and this metal part will get so hot you cannot hold it with your naked hands. I love this thing. Loved it so much. A few years later, I bought this one. Now this one comes with a rubber piece that goes around there and around there. You can also charge your cell phone off of this. That right there, it's heating up. That right there will charge your cell phone. But I take the rubber pieces off. I see no reason for them. Well worth the money. I can't find, I have one that's a lot bigger than this, and that's usually my go-to when we're down to 5, 10 degrees. And you just put this device inside of your muff, and you're good to go. I do not recommend this muff right here. I hate this one. It's what Bass Pro Shop sells. The one problem is the collar here. It gets difficult to get your hand to fit in through that little tiny opening. The next thing was a couple years ago, I lost this out in a cornfield. When you push it here, when you put it in right there, it managed to fall out. I like muffs that are rounded like this, so you can leave that in there. Whenever I use this muff here, if I'm walking, I have to put it in there, or else it has a tendency to want to fall out. My hands sweat, my feet, both of them sweat. And if I use a really good glove that's a liner, like a waterproof glove, my hands sweat. They don't breathe. Now I have wet hands inside a glove, and when the glove gets wet, you know, it's 8 degrees outside, my hands are wet inside a glove, we got problems. So, years ago, I bought this Under Armour glove liner, polypropylene. Loved it for the longest time. All this does is wick the moisture away from your hands. It really doesn't keep your hands warm. Okay? So then I moved off to the old tried and true ECWCS, Extreme Cold Warfighter Clothing System glove liner. The military has used these for years. It's a 100% wool glove, and you can buy these for, I don't know, $5-6. They're not very expensive. One thing about these gloves, when you put them on one time, you want to put them on, remember where your tag's at, because the next time you want to switch up hands, and that helps them to wear good when you switch them back and forth. It's a wool glove. That's what I use for my liners. And then I use these fleece gloves. There's no liner on them. I love them. These are Redheads from Bass Pro. They're not very expensive. So when it's 8 degrees outside, I'll put that glove liner on, and like that. And then I put my electronic hand warmer inside of this, and when I'm sitting with no activity, my hands are inside that muff and my hands stay toasty. Another secret to keeping your hands warm is to make sure that you are protecting your wrist. If you look at your wrist, you have a bunch of artery. You have a main artery that runs through here in your veins. You have to keep your wrist warm. If your glove only comes to here and your cuff comes to here and this is open, your hands are going to go to system right there. I think these are $15 at Bass Pro and $5 for this glove liner. You can buy them off eBay. I buy them I go to base exchanges, military base exchanges, and get them. They come in green, black, tan. So if you do not have an electronic hand warmer, go pick you one up. I'm sure, you will love it. It will pay for itself in no time. If you use a thing 30 times, it will pay for itself over buying chemical hot hands.